beginning. Coming to you from the new room that's built over where Northside's old swimming pool used to be, welcome to your Alumni Association's annual meeting. I'm Ray Beights, President of your Alumni Association and Class of 1962. This telecast is made possible by using Northside's TV studio streaming platform that's being broadcast live on YouTube. Absolutely amazing. As you might imagine, challenges arising from the COVID-19 virus and the fluid state of ever-changing policies regarding the virus, members of the board have been hindered in what we would normally do since last March. However, despite the cancellation of monthly board meetings and other events and activities, your executive committee met periodically to act upon significant matters of note. As we worked diligently to ensure the safety of your board of directors as well as you, the decision was made to use this telecast format. At this time, I'd love to have those board members who are here tonight come up and introduce yourselves so that everybody can see you. Who's going to be first?
Hi, I'm Marisol, Sharpe, class of 2006.
Hello, Darlene Yardell, class of 72, and co-secretary.
I'm Carl Geis, class of 1964.
I'm Steve Heine, class of 1963.
Marcus Farr, Vice President-elect, class of 1996.
Michelle Fraser, President-elect, class of 1989.
Helen Grimes, outgoing vice president, class of 72.
Elizabeth Sherman, class of 2006.
Robin Holley, outgoing treasurer, class of 1973.
And Mike Morris, I'm the director of the Alumni Association.
Thanks, everybody. In Northside's 2019 recognition program held this last spring, your alumni actually awarded over $30,000 in scholarships and grants to deserving students and faculty. The 2020 program, as you know, was canceled due to concerns spreading from the virus. Here are some of the things that we've done. We support our golf outings, our alumni night, selecting Hall of Fame athletes and coaches, naming distinguished alumni, tracking our membership, which is now around 1,000. We assist with reunions. We have free homecoming slices of pizza for alumni who are attending the game. We have our monthly and annual meetings. We have a faculty breakfast at the end of the school year. We financially support the students' construction project, and we have our official publication, Totem Tales. We have secured a reserved space at the football field and have purchased an alumni tent that can be used for alumni activities such as special events, gatherings, partings, and reunions. We're working to move our memorial bricks to our area at the football field. so alumni can see the bricks better and serve as a motivation to encourage you to purchase a brick or two. We're also working to refurbish and redecorate the hall and room display cases near the alumni office. And after obtaining permission from the administration, the words "senior door" have once again appeared above the middle door of the old original entrance where it was seen for years. And finally, we're creating a book of memories named The Legendary History of Northside High School. As an added activity under unusual and unexpected circumstances, members of your Alumni Association participated in this year's Northside graduation ceremony. This time, we'd like to call our principal at Northside up where he can share some of the activities and events that are going on in our high school. Mr. West.
Thank you, sir. I want to say that was Marisol Sharpe that made the loud noise coming in. It scared everyone. So it wasn't anything to do with the building. It was Marisol 100%. But, every year I have an opportunity to address all the board. Traditionally at every meeting I do a small update on some of the things that have happening in a larger scale. Over the last 2 to 3 years, we have transitioned away from many of the courses that many of you may have taken while you were in high school and really have begun to create and develop what we call career technical education courses. And the one that you're actually able to view this production tonight is one of those, our radio television program that we started last year. Because what our goal is not just to produce diplomas, but also to provide kids with skills that they can use throughout their life in many different careers. So it's not just we're hoping that we get 180 kids every year to go into radio and television, but the skills that they learn doing those programs can be used in a multitude of courses and different things in college or careers. So that is our main goal. We have actually added 3 significant computer science program, a graphic design program, Mr. Bailey's radio television program, and we do have a program in the works that we can't release yet, but hopefully we will have for next school year. That will be an amazing program for our kids here at Northside, especially our kids in the fine arts programs. And so we are extremely excited about that. We have preliminary approval to begin that process, so we're super excited about that. And I am super excited to have that kind of program here at Northside. What's going on at school right now is, yes, we are still in COVID protocols at school. We have limited numbers of students attending, but we have had students return over the last 2 to 3 weeks. We opened up the opportunity for kids to return to school if they were in full remote, and then about 100 of those, 150 kids approximately, some are still returning, have returned to school. I think all the staff and students have done an amazing job taking care of themselves and taking care of one another at school, following the protocols. This is probably one of the only times I've had this mask off in this room while I've been here, just so you can hear me well. But we do those things to make sure that we can come to school because we know that our kids do better here. We have a population of students that need support from adults. They need people to be in their corner. They need people to be there to make sure they're getting everything they need. And plus, it can get a little boring playing video games all day long. So we're an alternate opportunity for that. We do have extracurricular activities. We've started bringing those back, and we will continue to open those up more. As of right now, though, we still are restricted by the number of people that can be in a facility at one time, which is approximately 250, and we move inside for athletics. That will stay the same, at least as of right now. But we are opening up and trying to get back to some kind of a normalcy. But there'll probably never be a true normal. It'll be different. The normal will be different because we are learning. Our teaching staff has gone through a huge transition, learning how to teach online, how to use those tools, and we continually try to refine it and adjust it. And sometimes it's problematic because we think we have something figured out, and we think we have a better way to figure it out, and we put them under the stress of doing that. So I appreciate them for always doing that, working hard for our students and for everyone. But I don't think we'll ever go back to just that traditional way, because we've learned now all our kids have computers, and we thought, wow, we're gonna give our kids computers, what are gonna happen to them? Well, they're taking care of them. They really are taking care of their own personal device. I mean, you don't see them just being dropped on the floor. You don't see them being left around. They are caring for their devices, I think, because now they have ownership of it versus just coming in, grabbing one, using it for a little bit, and putting it back. It's mine. And so I've been extremely happy with that, because they are expensive to replace if we have to replace them. And I do pay taxes just like you, so we try to be good stewards of those electronic devices. In the next month and a half, we will go through an accreditation process here at Northside. And that accreditation process really just is a way for us to reflect on how well we do what we think we're doing. And a group of outside individuals that come in and sort of analyze, how we actually conduct business on a day-to-day basis, look at our data and such. But a couple of things that I'm extremely proud that we can sort of talk about now is we are gonna see this year our 3rd consecutive year of growth for our graduation. And we will see a greater number of students graduating with academic honors diploma and actually graduating with a Core 40 diploma without a waiver. I credit that to the work of the teachers and the admin and everyone who works, but also for us adapting to the graduation pathways and how that's actually impacted us. And plus, we will, in the past 2 years, we've been rated as a B school, and we're hoping that that continues. Those results are out there, and they'll be official here shortly. So we're super excited about our letter grades, but we are excited about where the future is for us. So thank you. Did anyone have any questions for me? I didn't ask that. Did I need to do that?
Yeah, I was just going to ask if anybody had a question that they'd like to ask Mr. Webb.
Are y'all trying to be quiet because you're on TV? See, because that's, when you're at graduation and you have, 10,000 people in the Memorial Coliseum, you get over that pretty quick.
The computers, though, are not their personal computers. They will return them at the end of the year.
Yeah, yes. Well, you have to, over the summer, they'll go through a reconditioning, they'll go through an updating of software, but we will return the same computer to the students next year.
Thank you.
So yeah, we will go through all those processes with them. And they do have a nice bag. They have a bag also, and a charger. And we did give out, in Fort Wayne Community Schools, about 9,000 individual Wi-Fi boxes for students to go home that didn't have Wi-Fi. So we are providing Wi-Fi to our students that don't have it.
Okay, thank you, Mr. West.
You're
These are certainly unusual times, and we appreciate your leadership. Let's take a look at the minutes that we had at our last meeting. Now, right now, we have 2 temporary secretaries recording minutes. Which of the 2 of you will present them? Darlene? Checking over the minutes, what are you seeing? Any comments or questions about what has been written? Seeing none, I'll entertain a motion then to accept the minutes as written.
Motion.
And a second.
I'll second.
All those in favor of accepting the minutes signify by saying aye.
Aye.
And the same token for no, they do pass. And thank you, Darlene, for all your work. That's a lot of writing that you need to do and keeping up with those of us who speak too fast. So, thank you. Next item would be the treasurer's report. So let's see, Robin, how the treasurer's report is doing.
It's a good one.
I'm going to review the statement of financial income and expense, and if you're a for-profit, it's a profit and loss statement. So, anyway, we did very well this year. Our net income went up 60%. which is a good thing in the past year that everybody's had. $10,000 of that was the Community Foundation's match for us moving $50,000 over to them. On the expense side, the largest expense that we had was $4,600, and that was the Donor Perfect software or maintenance that we bought, and we buy it every year. And then the alumni wear sales were down, we believe, because of COVID. And then the balance sheet, we were up, overall immediate cash was up by $63,000. The investments were good this year, as you can see. Just the money market alone went up $288,000. And as we keep going down the page, you see the total assets were up it looks like 4%. Does anybody have any questions about the report?
Quick question. Not-for-profit organizations can have how much in the treasury?
You know, I don't know. I think it's $1 million.
Is it $1 million? I heard it was $500,000, but I was just asking.
Well, the accountant told us, not this past year, but the year before, that we had quite a bit of money and we needed to start spending more money. And we started doing that.
We started and we had to stop, yes.
We have given out more grants and more scholarships, but I will check into that for you, Steve. Any other questions? Thank you.
It's a lot of numbers. Thank you, Robin, for what you have been doing. That's really pretty neat. Now, an important part of this meeting is to select new officers. So the following members have been nominated: Michelle Fraser for president, Marcus Farr for vice president, Elizabeth Sherman, our new treasurer, and the secretary position has not yet been filled. So until we have that person identified, Darlene and Misty will continue as temporary secretaries. So we are open now for conversation about the new office memories, or memories and members. Seeing none, those in favor of accepting the list of new officers signify by saying aye.
Aye.
And opposed, same sign. Welcome to our new officers. You will begin your duties in the January 2021 board meeting. Time for, I think, for our committee reports. And how are we going to start here? Anybody got an idea? Shows up here. Scholarships. Marisol.
Do you look there?
Sure.
First, I apologize for scaring everyone. I scared myself. So in the spring, I would say that we, a few of us as a group decide and we read through lots of scholarships, and we usually come down and we narrow it down to a select, I want to say, is it about 15 students who are very well deserving. Sometimes it's hard to narrow that down. And so we still did that even with COVID, and right around the time we were actually going to get together this year, and I think it was even before the deadline, some of those students were finding it hard to get that information to us because the schools just shut down, so there was lack of communication, but we ended up getting those papers through emailed, fax, scanned. Big thanks to Mike Morris and I think Miss Morris, right, and guidance. And so we were still able to do that. We did a, was it through Zoom? We went through Zoom. I'm trying to back screen. through Zoom, and we were able to decide on those. So we awarded, give me a number, how many thousands? 14,000?
Oh,
No.
28.
$28,000 worth of scholarships to our graduating seniors for 2020, so something that they were still able to look forward to. And those were awarded usually during their senior night, but this year with everything going a little differently, we did them and handed those out. They were emailed beforehand, but then given those scholarships at the graduation drive-through ceremony. Questions? Sorry, I should change this. All right.
Michelle, our new president-elect, has some information to share with us.
Throughout the year, we are given grant requests throughout the year from different teachers, different students, organizations within the school. This year, we were able to award $5,800 in grants, and they were awarded to K Instruction. We gave band uniforms, money for the band uniforms, and we also gave money to the softball team. As we go through those, a lot of the times the students will do their own fundraising, and then we will try to give them some money in return to the differences that they make so that we can come up with that. So it was a great year for grants, and hopefully we'll be able to give more this year. Any questions?
Marcus Farr, our vice president-elect, would like to share a little bit with you. I think it's memberships.
Good evening. Alumni members who stay active in our Alumni Association, they enjoy benefits as notifications and invitations to our special events, which include homecoming, alumni night, athletic Hall of Fame ceremonies, and distinguished alumni breakfasts. They receive Totem Tales newsletters. They have voting privileges for Hall of Fame and distinguished alumni, and there are scholarships available for children and grandchildren of alumni. So last year we had, currently this past year we've had membership currently of 739 members, and also in addition to that we have 373 complimentary one-year memberships for the class of 2020, bringing our total to 1,112 members. That is a 175 member increase from last year, which was 937, and we will continue to be active in getting more members involved in our association. Thank you.
Thank you, Marcus. I think I mentioned that you are our new vice president-elect. I wanted to make sure that everybody knew that. Next is marketing, and our executive director, Michael Morris, has some information to share with you.
Our marketing has been traditionally through our Totem Tales. We try to get word out through there, with Facebook and with our webpage. We also get the word out when we have events. Usually if we'd have, like we should have had some things this past summer, we would have done a lot of marketing through that. But we had to cancel the golf outing, we've had to cancel homecoming, we've had to cancel just about everything that we could have done, our usual marketing where we can get more members and get more people involved in the board and everything else. But we do have the newest method of marketing, and it's right there, and you're getting it today. Thanks to Tom Bailey and TV Studio for starting us in what I call the 21st century, which actually was the 20th century, and that is getting us out via the media, via television, and thankfully we will be out there. And by the way, so that everybody knows, Tom has also given me the link where he's saving this, so that when we get done today, I'm going to put it on Facebook so that non-members or anybody else who weren't able to watch it right now, it'll be there for them to watch too. So we've got a better way now to do a little bit more marketing. And thanks to Mr. West for being here too. And
We'd like you to subscribe to our YouTube channel.
oh, and yes, thank you. Subscribe to the channel. It is, and if you're watching it right now, you know, It's NSHS Legends. NSHS Legends, and you can see there volleyball games, football games. Right now, that's what's there. Plus, I'm sure more athletic events and other activities that will be happening in the school, including music and the fine arts.
Thank you, Mike. Mike is the glue that holds this entire organization together. We ask that he does certain things, and he's gotten them finished in a matter of days. So, Mike, thank you for what you do. Our assistant, Vice President Helen Grimes, has a couple of things to share with you regarding upcoming events.
Ooh, thank you. Well, obviously, the coronavirus, the litany of events that we normally have were non-existent this year. The last day of school was March 13th. So we did successfully pull off Alumni Night in January. And then we did do, as I think maybe Marcus mentioned, we did do graduation. So that was an interesting evening, and it was a lot of fun, and perhaps it will be similar this year, we're not sure. So we did do that. And then because, we felt bad about homecoming, so the night before homecoming, we did provide pizza for the football team. And hopefully they enjoyed that, so that was a fun evening. Now, the next event that we do have, and we will be trying to hopefully have our Christmas party. So that will be in December, and that kind of is the end of our current reign of officers. We talked about that, I think, Mike, and so look forward to that, and hopefully we can get some more events in for 2021. Does anybody have any questions? No? All right, thank you.
Helen is another one of those doer. We ask that she work on projects, and she, again, just takes care of things, makes us all look good. So thank you, Helen, for what you do. We know from where our butter comes. You do a really nice job. Anybody else have anything to say that you would like to add to this meeting? Then this concludes our annual meeting. While it's difficult for you to ask questions that we could answer tonight for you, you can reach us at Northside High School Alumni Association, 475 East State Boulevard, Fort Wayne, Indiana, 46805. Our phone number is 260-471-4499. Also, our email is available, info @nsalumni.org, and our website is www.nsalumni.org. All of these pieces of information and contact information also can be found in our Totem Tales newsletters. Now, as a member of the Alumni Association, you receive that official publication of Totem Tales. And included in these newsletters are forms that you can use to sign up for a membership at the astounding amount of $15 a year. Also included in Totem Tales are application forms if you wish to nominate somebody for the Distinguished Alumni Award or the Hall of Fame athletes and coaches. We also welcome financial contributions. There are many ways that your gift can be used, such as sponsoring scholarships and grants, generous donations, endowments, and wills, as well as monetary assistance for a host of other board-sponsored activities and events. On behalf of the entire Board of Directors and the office team, I'd like to express our appreciation to Tom Bailey, who operated our Northside's TV studio streaming platform. That's even hard to say. He did this tonight, which allowed us all to watch, for all you to watch on our YouTube. And also to you, our members, for taking the time to view this telecast. In closing, I'd like to quote a message that Chief Little Turtle could have said to us. May the warm winds of heaven blow softly upon your house. May the Great Spirit bless all who enter there. May your moccasins make happy trails in many snows. And may the rainbow always touch your shoulder. And from the phoenix, faith is the phoenix that fills the light and sings when the dawn is still dark. We fall, we break, we fail, but then we rise, we heal, we overcome. Thanks for joining us for our meeting, and good evening.